After my wife was unfaithful, I chose to give her another shot, but only under strict boundaries. It's been a year since that decision, and now I find myself torn. Should I ease up on the rules, or accept that the trust is shattered and move on? A close friend told me bluntly, if trust isn't there, I should end it. I'm 30 years old, she's 31, and we've shared 5 years together. Her betrayal happened last year, with a man from her social circle during a night out. Usually, she'd come back from those outings by midnight. But that night, she stumbled through the door at 5 a.m., clearly intoxicated and eerily silent. She barely spoke to me for days. After repeatedly asking her what was going on, she eventually came clean. Hearing the truth broke me. I never liked how often she went drinking and clubbing, especially with that particular guy always around. Still, until that moment, I had no reason to doubt her. That same night, I packed my things and left. She pleaded with me not to go, but I needed time away. I stayed at a friend's place for a few days before we sat down to talk. She expressed deep remorse and promised it would never happen again. She said she'd do whatever it took to rebuild what was broken. I told her I'd give her one final opportunity, but it came with non-negotiable terms. She had to completely sever ties with the man she had slept with. I wanted full access to her phone and computer whenever I asked. And she was no longer allowed to go to clubs or bars unless I was with her. She agreed without hesitation. Over time, she also distanced herself from her entire friend group. Not something I asked for, but she told me it was too hard to keep seeing them since they remained close with the guy she cheated with. I never actually checked her devices, and I've made an effort to accompany her when she goes out, even though nightlife was never really my thing. Despite all this, things haven't felt the same. The spark we had seems dimmed. I've considered loosening the rules, but the betrayal still haunts me. When I opened up to a friend about how I've been feeling, he didn't sugarcoat anything. He simply said if I can't bring myself to trust her again, it's better to walk away. That stuck with me. I still love her, but I'm far from content. She claims she's happy with me, but she's lost that vibrant energy she used to have. First update, 19 days later. Thanks to everyone who shared their thoughts. It was overwhelming, but reading your perspectives was valuable. I'd like to clarify a few things. Before the affair, our relationship was strong. We bonded over hiking, camping, rock climbing, and we often traveled together, both locally and abroad. We had regular date nights and a fulfilling sex life. The only area where we didn't align was her love for bars and partying, which I never connected with. I never told her to abandon her entire group of friends, just to stay away from the man she betrayed me with. But since the others stayed loyal to him, she slowly became alienated from them. She told me recently that her former friends are criticizing her decision to cut him off, saying that's just the way he is. These days, our connection feels empty. We've gone on a few dates and taken a couple of hikes, but nothing close to how things used to be. Our intimacy has dwindled to almost nothing. She's tried to initiate a few times, but I rarely respond. We had another serious talk. She said she still wants to be with me and will continue following the boundaries I set. She admitted she doesn't feel she has any right to ask for anything from me. She owns her actions and acknowledges the damage she caused. I brought up the idea of couples therapy, and she agreed immediately. I'm willing to give it a try, not because I feel hopeful, but because she stuck to the terms for a full year. Still, deep down, I know trust might never return. If therapy doesn't change anything, I'll walk away. One comment stood out and got me thinking. Someone asked if I ever found out the reason she cheated. Honestly, I hadn't, but I plan to bring that up during one of our sessions. Second update, 3 months later. We've now been in therapy for a few months. It took some trial and error, but we finally found a therapist that works for both of us. We've had some brutally honest conversations. Eventually, I asked her the question I had avoided for so long. Why did you cheat? Her answer was painful, but honest. She said curiosity got the better of her. A friend had recently talked about sleeping with someone new, and after drinking too much that night, she gave in to temptation. She told me she regretted it as soon as she sobered up. For my part, I've realized through therapy that my strict conditions weren't just about rebuilding trust. They were also about making her feel the pain I went through, about control and punishment. I admitted to her during one of our sessions, "You did the one thing I feared most. You crossed the line with a guy I always felt uneasy about." After many hours of talking and self-reflection, I came to a clear conclusion. I can't trust her again. That realization became the turning point. We've agreed to separate. Thankfully, there are no children or shared assets involved. We're both financially stable. Honestly, it feels like our relationship ended long before this decision. We were just pretending otherwise.